It is time. It is time, my gorgeous Torini, to surrender to the storm. You are going to have the beginning of an unexpected change in your life. This unexpected change in your life is going to be absolutely 1,000,000% crucial for you to understand right now at this stage of your life. You are going to need to, number one, stand up for yourself, and number two, be clear about what exactly you want and what exactly you need out of your life, because you are going to find yourself at a really, really crucial stage. I mean, no one in your life can actually make this decision for you but yourself. I repeat that this is a crucial stage of your life. You need to understand that in as little as 27 days after this moment in time, you are going to have a life-changing opportunity which is going to change your whole world in the best possible way. But you have to be honest with yourself, because right now, at this stage of your life, you are going to realize that you're going to need to make a major choice. You're going to need to make a major choice. But the problem is going to be, of course, there is a little bastard coming in. Of course, it's always a little bastard that comes in, knock on the door, and we open the door, and it's a one giant big mama smiling and smiling and smiling. No, I'm joking. Listen, now it's now it's time. Sorry, now it's time to actually make this major choice, okay? But the problem is that this is going to bring a little challenge with it, okay? And that challenge, it's going to be consisting of you challenging some kind of tradition, you challenging, some kind of tradition here. So this is why you need to be 1,000,000% yourself. If 100 people are going towards this direction and you feel like you should be going towards this direction, well, then that's your job. That's your spiritual duty to go towards this direction. This is very important. Ignore what other people are doing. Ignore how other people are living. Ignore what other people are saying to you at this stage of your spiritual journey. This needs to come 1,000,000% from you, okay? Because, it is to do with basically, so now you will be reminded, you are going to be reminded of some kind of a burden that made you feel very, very stressed, and it's to do with a certain problems caused by some kind of responsibilities. And now you're also going to be reminded that you're going to realize that this in itself made you, that you will feel a little bit regret here, you see, because you're going to kind of be reminded of the certain offers that you refused as well, and this led to some kind of missed opportunities along the way. All this is gonna come up right now and slap you in your gorgeous face, my gorgeous Torini, and it's most certainly going to wake you up. You have no idea what an awakening moment you're actually going to have. My goodness, this in itself is all going to bring a mind-blowing clarity within 1 or 2 days. You know that you are literally gonna pretty much so realize that you have all the resources that you possibly need, my gorgeous Torini, inner and outer. When it comes to, you realize that now it's the time to embark on a brand new beginning, and this in itself is going to restore your faith. At that moment in time, your faith is going to be restored, and you are, hallelujah baby, going to make that big, massive, big mama decision based on that particular major choice that you became aware of. Of course that this is the right decision, my gorgeous Torini. This is gonna be brilliant, and so much it's gonna start making sense. Even all those things that made you feel overburdened, even all those things that made you feel overloaded, even all those responsibilities, even all the stress and problems you've been through, everything is gonna start making sense right now. Even even you feeling regret that maybe you refused some offers that led to some kind of missed opportunities. All this is going to make sense because you will realize that the last 2 months have been absolutely crucial when it comes to certain things you realized about yourself and certain things you realized about the world in general and certain things that you've actually learned. Now you're going to be able to take this like pretty much, or to put this into some kind of a practice when it comes to you fully realizing and understanding that the whole new phase of your life, it's about to begin. Absolutely brilliant in so many different ways. And also, my gorgeous Torini, there is something, somebody, sorry, God, somebody really kind of in your life, like one of the major people, maybe one of the best friends, or maybe a family member, maybe your child, you know, I don't know, but somebody who means to you quite a lot is going through something really difficult, and that person has drifted apart a little bit. That person maybe didn't get in touch, or if that person is living with you, for example, maybe that person was acting really strange lately, and something is going on in one person's life, I'm trying to say, who mean to you so much, and you know, they're struggling with something major, but they're not opening up. Maybe it's a lot to do with what sign they are, like when it comes to horoscope, that would like kind of explain quite a lot, but they're kind of difficult to open every now and then when it comes to certain things that they're kind of worrying about. So it's just that that person is going through something very difficult, and you are really pretty much so going to have an answer to what they are going through. And there is something that they're going to tell you. You're going to make them feel much better, but there is something that that person is also going to tell you, which is going to be crucial for you. And you're going to realize that you yourself shouldn't fear some kind of a change. So this conversation that you're going to have with that person, when you see that something is not quite right, it's actually going to be good for both of you, because there is something else that you're going to realize about yourself when it comes to you fearing some kind of a change. And I think that that person is going to point that out, but it's going to happen in such a weird way throughout this conversation. You know, it's amazing. So you see, something very important for you to unpack over there, my gorgeous Torini, as well. Whoa. And also sorry, when it comes to like a midweek, there is the specific news that you're waiting, like, oh my God, you're waiting for something specific, my gorgeous Torini. You're waiting for something specific, some kind of a news. You know, some kind of a news, and this news has been delayed for a while. So you're waiting for something specific, some kind of a news, but this is just not happening. But you know what? Now it's going to be different. It doesn't matter what you're actually waiting for, but it's more about this time now that you've been waiting for. There was something at the back of your mind, some kind of idea that you became curious about. So now you're going to be reminded of that particular idea that you became curious about. So now this idea that you became really curious about, it's about something that really inspired you, but it's also going to require some kind of a planning. At the same time, when you start thinking about that idea, so first of all, you're going to be like kind of frustrated because certain news is going to be delayed, but then again, at around that time, you're kind of going to be, well, you know what, it's going to be more like, oh, I can't be bothered to wait like for this anymore. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be like kind of a little bit rebellious, but this is going to be quite good, because that is going to bring this thing to the surface, this idea which you've had like lately, and this idea something that inspired you, and then at around the same time, it's going to be such an interesting and rather unique good omen and sign that you are going to have. And this in itself, it's really kind of, ooh, it's going to make you feel really good. I get this sign, this is exactly how you're going to feel. But then again, at the same time, you're going to realize, you know, that this idea, it's actually going to bring big changes, and it's going to bring so many opportunities into your life, and at the same time, it's going to make you feel really strong, really assertive, and that in itself, it's really going to help you to come out of your shell, come out of your comfort zone, and you are going to realize exactly what you want out of life, especially when it comes to planning for the future. Okay, the daily choices you make, my gorgeous Torini, are going to align you with your life's purpose, and that's exactly what's happening here. You're going to align yourself with your life purpose, and this is also going to lead ultimately towards probably one of the biggest recognitions ever when it comes to success and victory, you know, and you are pretty much so going to have a huge achievement when it comes to this. Absolutely brilliant indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, but there are some kind of lies that are gonna be exposed on the outside of your world. If that makes sense to you, okay, take this however you want. Maybe you're gonna hear certain news or whatever, but this is gonna be like something really specific, something that you were aware of before. So there are some kind of lies which are gonna be exposed, but this is to do on the outside, nothing to do with your life, my gorgeous Torini. But it's important to actually make sure that your major and your main responsibility right now is to let know the family members and the people who means to you so much. You need to let them know what you became aware of when it comes to these lies being exposed. Okay, you need to make sure that everybody who means to you so much, everybody who is so close to you, people who you consider to be your family members or friends, you need to make them and let them know what exactly you're going to become aware of. This in itself is going to be your responsibility, and you are actually going to find this really rewarding, because like about 3 or 4 months down on the line, you will protect the people who you told this from doing something absolutely crazy that they would actually do otherwise. So I'm sorry, but this is like really important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Torini, there is going to be an important compromise which you are going to need to make. And this compromise that you are going to need to make, this in itself, it's to do with you understanding that now you're going to become, you know, this compromise that you're going to make, it's like pretty much so, it's to do with you starting something new, but then at the same time, it's to do with you dedicating yourself to something really specific here, which is not only kind of going to spiritually enlighten you, but it's also going to it's also going to be such a specific beginning where a couple of very special people are about to walk into your life, who are going to play a huge role and make a huge difference in both when it comes to you understanding things about yourself you never understood before, but also when it comes to life in general, but also when it comes to exactly what is about to start happening here. Okay, my gorgeous tarot card stuck on my elbow. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.